All right, so we're here in the new space and we're gonna start bringing you guys some more content, some more videos, some more things to think about while you're at home doing your home workouts and kind of working your way through everything that's going on today. So first thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of trying to kick that nagging injury that you could potentially still have from the gym. And I had this great conversation with one of the gym owners recently that we talked about trying to create an environment for yourself where working on an accessory program or working on that nagging injury becomes habit while you have some time to do it at home. And the thing I want to talk about is cautioning against, you might not be working out as hard or as intense as you have been in the past because maybe you don't have the equipment that you would use in a gym at home, like no pull-up bars or barbells or anything like that. And so you might be de-intensifying what you've been doing, and in turn, you've been feeling better. Maybe that nagging shoulder injury, elbow injury, wrist injury is feeling better because we're taking away some of that stimulus that was causing it. Now, that could be mostly because the inflammation is going down, any compression or pressure that you've been putting on that joint or muscle is reduced because you're not working out as intense or with as much resistance as you had been. So that injury might feel better in the moment. And I want to caution because a lot of times it's not necessarily the pain that is the injury, but there's an underlying reason for that pain. And it mostly has to do with movement, the way you move, the quality of movement. So even though you might be feeling better, which is great, inflammation is down, the reason for that injury in the gym might not completely be gone. So we really want you to think about that and trying to incorporate an accessory program now that can help with getting that better when we are ready to go back to the gym, when we can get back to using those same weights and those same intensities as we were before. So just be mindful of that. And what I would try to do is, whether you currently have an injury, you had one that's feeling better, or you have a weakness that you want to work on, really try and take like 10 minutes to 20 minutes out of your day to start focusing on that. And a couple of great questions came up out of this discussion that we had, and one was, well, if I am working on those things, how do I know it's helping if I am feeling better? And that's a hard question, and honestly, you don't until you start loading it the way that you loaded it before. You really just have to trust in whoever gave you those exercises or gave you that accessory program really designed it with intent. And that's kind of my second point is you really want to make sure you understand what the intent of your exercises are, what the intent of your accessory program is, so that we're really tackling what the injury or the weakness that we're looking at. So that's another thing to look at when we're talking about an accessory program. And lastly, I want to talk about it being a little bit more of a workout type of program versus a warm-up, right? A warm-up is designed to prime you for your workout, whereas an accessory program is designed to work on weaknesses or an injury to get you better. So they might not necessarily be the same thing, and that accessory program should be pretty challenging for you to do from a focus standpoint, from a strength standpoint, maybe mobility standpoint. That accessory program should be pretty difficult for you to get through versus a warm-up, which should be something that's really just used to prime you for those movements. So there's a little bit of a difference when we're talking about those two as well. Another good point that came up out of this discussion that we had was really set yourself a goal of what it is you want to do, which is why you're doing this accessory program. It might be that you want to go up and down stairs one foot after the other. That you want to be able to do an overhead squat when we get back to the gym without any pain. Whatever that goal is, set that goal and understand that accessory program should be designed towards that goal, towards that ultimate goal of in the gym or some kind of functional movement outside of the gym in life. So really try and focus on that goal and try and get 10 minutes in to do some sort of accessory program to continue to work on an injury or a weakness that you have. This time is good to try and develop this as a habit so that when we do get back to the gym, we do get back to our regular routines, we have this embedded in there to help us work on injuries or nagging injuries or weaknesses that might pop back up when we go back in the gym. As we go through, we're going to start working on specific areas that people can look at And if you want, feel free to message me or shoot a comment below. If this is on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, or YouTube, feel free to put a comment in if you have any questions or any concerns on specific areas, specific joints. As we go, we're gonna try and work our way up from the feet up and talk about specific joints like the ankle, the knee, specific joints, specific muscles that we might use either in everyday activities like doing stairs or walking, if we're runners, things like that. Or we might talk about a little bit more specific as we get into the gym in doing our lifts, doing different accessory exercises that might help with some of our lifting techniques, our pull-ups, or things like that. So, stay tuned for those. We're gonna keep posting, keep putting out content. We'll keep writing blog posts, and if you do have any questions, let me know. And also to let you guys know, we do virtual sessions where we can set you up with some with a video where you can show us some movements, and we can start helping you program an accessory program at home to get over any nagging injury or anything that you've had that had been going on in the gym that we now have kind of some time to work on and focus on a little bit more. All right. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.